Hi everyone, it's Alyssa and this is Always Cinema Chic. Today I want to go over the Blu-ray releases for Tuesday, September 19th, 2017, and then do a little movie news rant on the Emmy Awards, which I know is not exactly the movies, but a lot of TV shows feel like movies, and I have an opinion or two about who won and who lost last night. So first up, we have the Blu-ray releases. Wonder Woman is finally coming out. I'm so excited. So this stars Gal Gadot and Chris Pine. It looked incredible. I've heard nothing but good things. I wasn't able to see it in the movie theater for a few reasons, but I'm definitely buying it on Blu-ray and I cannot wait. The second release is The Big Sick, and that stars Kumail Nanjiani and Zoe Kazan. This is based on a true life romantic comedy type story. So this is really how Nanjiani and his wife met. And so for a good part of the movie, she actually is sick in the hospital. And then you have these two cultures coming together. So he's Pakistani and she is white. And it's the two families coming together, and I'm sure that chaos ensues. And then the third movie coming out, which is probably not on everyone's radar as much, is called Certain Women. And that stars Michelle Williams, Kristen Stewart, and Laura Dern. This looks like a really nice, quiet film. It takes place in the Pacific Northwest. Everything I heard about it is that it's very strong female actresses. The characters are really strong, but when I looked at the trailer, it was kind of difficult to see exactly what this is about. It looks like, you know, the intersecting lives of the three women, but I'm not even sure of that. But it's the same director who did Meek's Cut Off and Wendy and Lucy. So if you like those movies, I'm sure you would like this one. Wendy and Lucy gets me every time, but of course that's because there's a dog in it. So now for the movie news rant. The Emmys were on Sunday night, and for the most part, I was pretty happy with them. Now, I was a huge fan of The Handmaid's Tale and Westworld. I mean, it depends what day you catch me to say which show I liked better. To me, I think I liked Westworld a little bit more because it had universal ideas and it wasn't as timely as The Handmaid's Tale, although I loved that show. There's a few things that really bothered me though, because while I totally can see Elizabeth Moss winning for Best Actress, she definitely deserved that. And I can see the show even winning for Best Show and Best Director. It was filmed beautifully. And if you want to see a video about how well Handmaid's Tale is filmed, you should watch Screen Prism. I just watched their video the other day and it was just so interesting. But anyway, that's just a video that you might like to watch also. But I did not think that Ann Dowd needed to win for Best Supporting Actress. I did not think that the show needed to win for writing. I thought those were both categories that Westworld was significantly stronger in. Because it's like, okay, you have The Handmaid's Tale, and that's based on a Margaret Atwood novel. The novel is incredible. So you're really starting high. You're starting here, right? And to adapt that first episode in essence was the novel. I had just read the novel and it's taking the exact same scenes. Whereas with Westworld, what Jonathan Nolan and his wife Lisa Joy did is they took something that was kind of a little lowbrow, right? So Westworld is based on a movie. It's not based on a novel. And they took something that was like an 88-minute sort of adventure action movie and they elevated it to something that was really meaningful about life, and it talks about our existence. It's all, you know, connected to existentialism. And then beyond that idea of what's the role of a creator to his creation, and the idea that the hosts were able to have their own independent thought and free will. And those are things that were so different from the movie. The hosts are not the primary characters at all in the movie. In fact, you never see anything from their perspective. It's just from two of the guests' perspective in the movie. But this just took that world of Westworld and just expanded it. And that last episode of Westworld, that left me breathless. And I thought that last episode was better than any episode that I saw of The Handmaid's Tale. It was a movie. It was absolutely brilliant. So in terms of the writing, I think there's no comparison that Jonathan Nolan, he definitely should have won, and his wife Lisa Joy. I love also that they're a couple and they write this together and they write the most incredible show. It's the sweetest thing. And in terms of Ann Dowd winning, I love Ann Dowd. She's a great actress, but her character doesn't have too much of an arc. There's not too much subtlety there. She's kind of playing a Nazi-ish character, and that's it. She's just playing that one kind of character. Whereas Thandie Newton in Westworld, that is certainly a character arc if ever I saw one. And you just see how much she goes through, remembering her past lives that don't actually exist, remembering her daughter, you know, starting off one way and being very robotic, and then being a fully fleshed out character who is seemingly, pulling a lot of the strings. I just thought she was brilliant, and she could have even been nominated for Best Actress. And see, this is the problem. Because The Handmaid's Tale is so timely, it's just winning everything across the board. So instead of objectively looking at, okay, who's the better actress, who gave the better performance, it's just like, oh, nope, this show is perfect for right now, and I'm just gonna give it all the awards across the board. And I'm sorry, but Jonathan Nolan and his brother Chris Nolan, they write things that are that are universal, and I feel like something like Westworld could come out almost at any moment because it's so universal. Whereas if The Handmaid's Tale didn't come out at this moment specifically, I don't know if it would have gotten the exact same traction that the show does get. So it really does make me angry. And that's coming from a person that absolutely loves The Handmaid's Tale. Just seeing the Emmys made me realize how angry I will be in a couple of months when it's the Academy Awards, because that's never a good time for me at all. The other thing I was so happy to see was Big Little Lies. It did really well. I loved seeing Alexander Skarsgård win for supporting actor, and Nicole Kidman for playing Celeste. They were the center of that show to me. I definitely thought that they were the standout characters. I had read that book too, and to me, they actually elevated those characters from the book, so they totally deserve to win. But I do have a bit of an issue with this whole limited series thing. What is it exactly? Because I understand what it is, but when I'm hearing that, oh, they are going to have a season 2 of Big Little Lies, well then it's not really a limited series, and then you should probably be going up against The Handmaid's Tale and Westworld, and then you're going to lose. So these kind of ways that they move people around, like, oh, you're not this category, you're this category so that you can win, is kind of ridiculous. It's going to be the same show with the same characters. That means you're a series. You're not a limited series, you're a series. So that's kind of my opinion on who won and who lost. I don't really watch many of the comedies. I was super happy to see Kate McKinnon win. I think this past season of Saturday Night Live was incredible, but I've never seen Veep, so I can't really say anything about that. But I would love for you guys to leave a comment down below. What did you think about the Emmys? Did you think someone else should have won? What do you think about The Handmaid's Tale just sweeping every single category? I would love to hear what you think. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you have a good night. Bye!